Hi, welcome to oziTarget. In this video I'm going to quickly run through a couple of techniques for marking up PZs on a competition map. So I'm just going to put a couple of waypoints on here. So we'll say that there's a PZ around that dam, there's a PZ around that dam, and one around this house down here. So I've entered the waypoint information from the PZ list, for example. Now normally, if you were using just the tools in oziTarget, oziExplorer rather, you'd go to properties, you'd set your proximity distance, and it would draw the ring like that. Now the advantage of this is that you will get alarms when you hit that proximity distance. The disadvantage is that it's, blue lines with the red circle around it, so you need to do more work to figure out whether this is a red PZ or yellow PZ, all these sorts of things. So and the other disadvantage obviously is that you've got a PZ file in a waypoint file in your list of waypoints, so so that gets messy with goal lists and everything else. So this is the way I do it. I use oziTarget to draw some task rings. I've got my units set up to meters when I'm doing this sort of work. So 500 meters, select the waypoint, draw the first one, go to the next task, 500 meters, select that waypoint, draw those rings. Task 3, 200 meters, select the waypoint, draw the rings. You can also use the scoring area tool if you need to work on an irregular area. So if we start drawing this here, for example, we've got one that runs like so, for example. We can fill that, stop drawing, close it. So we've now got a whole bunch of PZ areas on the map, but they look pretty messy. Just to make sure I don't lose anything, I always go data, save new straight away, and that saves all that information for me inside the folder in oziTarget. Now when you go to your settings here, we've got the track offset down the bottom here. That's set at 100. Okay, so what that means is that when it's drawing these rings, when you go to the track control inside oziExplorer, what you'll find is that it will have started drawing them at track 100 onwards. So 3 rings, track 111, 12 and 13, and that irregular area up here is in there at track 121. And what I can do is now work on these individually. So I call this PZ1, and I make it a polygon, and I change it to red, and I change it to a diagonal cross, and I just bring that line thickness down. I can then go to number 2, call that PZ2, same thing again, polygon, change the color, diagonal cross, track 113. We'll make this a yellow PZ. I'm going to use this sort of bronze color so that it shows up a little bit better on this map. For my yellow PZs, diagonal cross, call that PZ3, and if I go up to 121, which is this one up here, same thing again, I can change the details for that one. Okay, and let's call that PZ4. Now what I would do is for each one of these, hit save. Now this is the folder where inside oziTarget where I was working on these. I could keep working in there if you want. I would tend to resave these, however, by their correct name, PZ4. Go back down to PZ1, so save that as PZ1. Save that one, PZ2, and finally 13. Save that as PZ3. Okay, So now I've got those PZs saved and ready to add to my map. The next thing I can do is use map comments rather than the waypoints. The advantage of map comments is that they get built into the map and they don't mess up your waypoint list. So select map comment, click on the waypoint, go into properties, and put the useful information for the PZ 500. Let's call PZ 500 feet. If you're not happy with how that's displaying, change the details of it. If I need to move it, unlock the drag tool, click and drag. Let's put a comment in here, and yeah, that's PZ1. Let's say it's 1,000 feet. Same thing again. You can change the proportions. So, and this is showing you what it will look like at zoom level 100. So, if you want it smaller or bigger or whatever else, you can tweak all that however you want it. This is one of those things that you tend to set up before the competition, and so on and so forth. So I could put map comments on all of those PZs as I wanted to. To save those map comments to the map, what I tend to do is I would save my map file here, and I'd make a version, whatever it is, with PZ. Hit save and replace it. So those map comments are now burnt into the map. Final thing I want to do is burn these plot files into the map. So if I go File, check Calibration of Map, Options, come up to here, I need to go to oziTarget, I go to that folder of the last things that I created, and what I would actually do is move these into the same directory as where all the maps and everything are, but I'm not going to do that for now. Select PZ1, open, add. Select PZ2, open, add. Select PZ3, open, add. Select PZ4, open, add. Close that. Save the map file again with PZ. Save. Done. So now, if I go clear all of above, clear all the waypoints, events, routes, tracks, points from the map, say yes. What we're left with is a map file that has got the PZ plots, the map comments, and in my waypoint list I've got no waypoints blocking things up. In my track control I've got no track files blocking anything up. This is all now perfectly built into the map. If I go moving map, map, give me a blank map, then go back to load recent maps, load my competition map with the PZs, bingo. All that PZ information is now burnt into the map. I can't interfere with it, I can't have any problems. That's the way I do it. Thanks for watching.